And I love you for that. Appreciate your work, brother. And
it.
it shows you are definitely a legend. You know, you are a legend. You know, and that, I think that's a shame. Talk to us about what really happened when one of the trolls came up on you, Taharka Bey, of course, I'm speaking about.
Yeah.
And I've seen the video. He tried to lie, and I've seen the video. Talk to us about that. How did that whole thing went down?
Yeah, well, the whole thing with Taharka Bey, he started making videos about me a while ago, and I just never really responded to him. And he was just trying to bait me, as if somebody kind of put him up to it, just making these real weird videos like, yeah, I'm trying to understand what Tariq and FBA is about. Okay, why does this dude keep talking about me? So I threw some shots at him, and then he just started making videos like literally every day, just disparaging my family and, you know, my children and my wife and just a whole bunch of, you know, whatever. So I don't trip on that too much. And he's been making a lot of threats online. He's been putting up pictures of me in a casket, like I'm dead, and he's going to do this, and he's going to come out here, and oh, the end is near for me, and when he sees me, it's going to be on site and all that. Okay. So I go to my museum a couple of days ago, and I see like an Easter Island head standing outside the museum. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Right.
What is this big head thing standing in front of my museum? And I know that's not Taharka Bey. I know that's not him. And I pulled up, and it was him. Then I pulled my car over. Then he kind of walked over. And I'm assuming he's going to try to do all the things he said he was going to do.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm assuming he has something on him. I'm assuming if you're going to come out here that bold, you holding something. So I just got the Spirit of God and gave him the hand of Jesus. And I tried to smack.
Yes, sir.
If he was wearing a fez, I tried to smack it off. So I smacked the taste out of his mouth out here, and he ran back to his rented Kia automobile and jumped back in and went back to the airport. And that's what happened.
that was mad funny when you showed that part. You said, "Yo, look at him! There you go. He's running back to the car." And he jumped in the car and was like, "Boom!" I was like, "Oh man, this dude is crazy."
Yeah, he tried to lie and said I swung and ducked, and then I put out the actual footage, the security footage. And let's be clear, some people like, I shouldn't have said I slapped him. Yeah, it was self-defense, dude.
It was self-defense. 100%. And you know he can never get you, because if he do, that would be the last thing he do. He already got footage of threatening you. People see it all on the internet, and then he comes to your place.
Right.
Where you at? You didn't go to him. He comes to you. So what do you supposed to think? What are you supposed to do?
What was I supposed to do? And also he said, yeah, I was going to pop him, but I didn't. So he had a gun. So if a person run up on you at your place with a gun and they've been threatening you, what are you going to do?
Damn right. And we know he's a violent kid. He's violent with women. He's violent with a lot of women. You know?
Indeed. Yeah, and he has a track record of violence. So I'm not going to stick around and let this dude harm me. So I did what any sensible human being is going to do, is defend yourself, and ran him up off the block.
In the state of California, you have a stand your ground law.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Mm-hmm. You don't have a duty to retreat. If there's a threat towards you, you have a duty to neutralize the threat. You can neutralize that threat in any way you see fit. You do not have to let somebody stand there and victimize you. That's a good thing about certain laws. And just as a human being, let me tell you something, man. My brother Nipsey Hussle, that was my guy, man. And somebody did the same thing to him. They ran up on our brother. And kind of acting friendly. People don't know the dude who killed Nipsey, he shook Nipsey's hand before he killed him. He went up there acting like a friend, and Nipsey knew something was up with the dude. He was like, hey man, I heard you a snitch. I ain't really rocking with you. So the dude circled back and then killed my brother like that. That we can't let stuff like that happen. When we see a threat, neutralize the damn threat. I'll deal with the laws and shit later. I see a threat, I'm neutralizing that to make sure that I'm out of harm's way and I'm going to be safe.
Right. And so that's what I mean by when I first asked you the question about, do you think trolls go too far?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by that, man.
Yeah, but man, that sounds like something else, man. I don't
that's
think
dangerous, brother. It's dangerous.
Ain't that some oppie CIA Fed type of stuff, though? You know what I'm saying? You come all the way across the country to kind of harm somebody, and the dude said he had a police cam on and all this stuff. That's not just normal trolling, man. We got to understand who some of these people are talking crazy on the internet, man. A lot of these people are opt up, man, with them folks.
I remember another dude tried to do that with you, and you showed the footage. I was laughing my ass off where the nigga was hopping over the goddamn thing to get away from you, man. Yeah, he jumped over.
Yeah.
The thing.
The other day, we were in court because I was trying to get a restraining order for a female tenant that I had because the dude would just kind of wait till I left town to show up trolling. And the whole thing got thrown out of court. And outside of court, I walked up to dude, and that nigga went and threw his ass in a circle and jumped over a fence and ran like a biatch. So these dudes on the internet who talk all that rah-rah stuff, I want folks to understand, man, a lot of these niggas, man, are bitch made. These are little porch niggas who were the niggas back in the day who had to sit on the porch. You couldn't come out in the street and play with the other kids because you were too bitch made. You couldn't handle yourself. These are porch fuck niggas who now have the internet to express their views and their feelings. These were niggas who could not ever come out on the block. You got a lot of goofy ass dudes out here on this internet, man. And what happens is when they get out here in these streets, they see things are very, very different.